Welcome to the Nicholas 11X12 technology. Today we are looking at the Acer Aspire 1 D257-N57DQKK mainstream netbook. Netbooks are made for web browsing and simple tasks. They are meant to run very long off the battery and to be very lightweight and small so you can always have it with you. But now let's take a look at the box. This is the first box, but inside there is the real products box, and that one looks better, I must admit. At the bottom of the box we clearly see we're looking at an Acer product and it belongs to their Acer Aspire 1 series, but unfortunately there is no specific model number to see right at the front of the box. But the box itself doesn't even look bad. I'm reviewing the black version of this netbook, but blue, red and white colors are available as well if you prefer those. Now let's open this box up and see what's inside. Alright, here's a short guide for this netbook, and underneath is the netbook itself in a nice protection bag. Then we get the real manual and the instructions on how to build the power adapter together. Right off the bat you can see that this little computer is really small, but it feels durable. On the left and right side you get the most important outputs. But we're not done yet, there's more in the box. The power adapter with its part for the outlet, and the 6-cell battery of course also comes with the netbook. Now let's move on to the main thing. When you open up the computer, on the keyboard you get the addendum for notebook sheet. Read it if you need to, and the screen is protected, but still there's lots of plastic on the machine. To make it look more glossy you have to remove it. At the back of the screen you get a really cool water drop effect. It's not painted, it feels real. That's a pretty good idea from Acer, I like that. Now back to the working space with all the plastic removed. The design is very nice and everything is in the right spot. Before I continue, let's take a look at the specifications. The Acer Aspire 1 D257-N57DQKK Netbook features the Intel Atom N570 CPU clocked at 1.66 GHz, 1 GB DDR3 1066 memory is installed and max is 2 GB, 250 GB SATA 5400 RPM hard drive, and the Intel GMA 3150 IGP with 64 MB shared memory at max. It's a 10.1-inch WSVGA non-glare LED TFT screen with a resolution of 1024 by 600. It has IEEE 802.11 BGN LAN and WLAN, 3 USB 2.0 ports and a 5-in-1 card reader. It also has a 0.3 megapixel webcam. The netbook has a weight of 1.32 kilograms, which are 2.91 pounds. It has the Windows 7 starter and Android 2.1 OS pre-installed, so altogether the specs aren't bad at all. Here's the netbook from the right side. As you can see there are 2 USB ports and 2 audio jacks. Also the card reader is located on this side. On the left side is the power connection, the Gigabit Ethernet LAN port, and even a VGA output is provided for external monitors. The third USB port is located on this side. This netbook doesn't have an optical disk drive, just like most netbooks. But if you still need to read CDs or DVDs, then you should hook up an external optical drive. The finish on the parts look very elegant. The power button is located on the top left hand corner. The keys on the keyboard also feel good and should be okay for typing, but it isn't meant for gaming, but netbooks can't handle games anyways. There's no numpad included, because if it would be included the size of the computer would be a lot bigger. The touchpad has some very neat features which I think are perfect. Depending on how you combine your fingers it will help you complete your tasks easier and faster, and here are the 3 basic LEDs. On top of the screen you will see a webcam eye which records fairly well for such netbook. The battery installation can be quite tricky sometimes if you're not very skillful like me, for example. Time to boot this computer up. Acer installed a custom logon screen as you can see, which doesn't look bad at all. The power button lights up blue by the way. Once I was in Windows I ran the Windows Experience Index, which will give me points for the hardware in this computer. The base score is 2.8, the processor gets 3.3, memory 4.5, graphics 2.8, gaming graphics 3.0, and the hard drive 5.9, which is the highest score. So scores aren't too bad for a netbook. The Acer Aspire 1 D257-N57DQKK netbook is a pretty good choice if you want good features for the price. Its performance is not bad at all and the battery life is pretty long. Pros are good price-performance ratio, long battery life, good performance, it's silent, small and lightweight, and a nice design and water drop effect. For cons I have nothing to say. I give it an 8 out of 10 and definitely recommend it. Thanks for watching.